Well, hello there, it's the Rhythm Professor back again with another great step. Today we've got a treat. We are going to take in case a study of the great John W. Bubbles. We're going to look at some of his steps. This is a two-parter because I've got a few steps that link in. And so good getting it all done in one lesson. I don't want to do that. I want to give you some building blocks to work on. So we're going to start, of course, every tap dancer, every master, he has his own bag of tricks, his own steps. And what happens is they would learn all the steps that everybody knows, and then they would take certain steps and they would tweak them to fit their rhythmic flair, their feel of musical rhythmic preferences, and then they would use it. That's my step. That's the way I do it. Case in point, the swing time step. Now, everybody knows the swing time step. If you don't, I'll do a video on that at some point. But the standard swing time step was something that you see a lot per se in Jimmy Slide. Jimmy Slide would do a slide, and he would always step out of it into a swing time step break or feel. He would go into that. So at which point we're going to look at John Bubbles' swing time step, his version of it, and a nice little break. It's going to be a lot of fun. John Bubbles, of course, was half of the great duo Buck and Bubbles. Buck was a piano player, and Bubbles was the tap dancer. Also a note, at one point, Buck and Bubbles toured with a show which included a chorus girl by the name of Elvira Sanchez. If you don't know that name, it's quite interesting because that's the mother of Sammy Davis Jr. And she toured with Buck and Bubbles in a couple of shows. And so just a little tidbit of interest if you are a Sammy Davis fan. And I am. So at which point we're going to get into this. It's great, but I'm going to show you a little bit of Bubbles tended to improv a lot, especially in the later years on television. So I'm going to show you a few clips of versions of his step, and then again, I'm just going to make the claim that I take these steps out of context and then fit them together in more of a teachable pattern, more of a way that's conducive to learning. So let's take a look at some of Bubbles' work, and it's going to happen right about there.
You know why I like to dance without music? So you can hear what I'm gonna do. It ain't much, but ain't no use letting it go to waste. Here's a step I had to stay up all night to get together. I'm ready when you are.
Well, just put your feet in my hands.
You got them, just don't squeeze them too tight. know why I like to dance without music? So you can hear what I'm gonna do. It ain't much, but ain't no use letting it go to waste.
All right, let's start with the basic elements of the John Bubble swing time step. Shuffle, step, heel dig behind. It's very deceptive. Flap, spank, step. Shuffle, step, dig. That's a heel dig. Shuffle, step, digs. Flap, spank, step. Flap, stomp, spank. Flap, flap. And 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3. Flap, stomp, spank. Flap. Now we're going to add an alternating cramp roll. Brush toe, toe, heel, heel. And that is spank, toe, toe, which is right, left, left heel, right heel, scuff, left heel. And then it goes back into the standard bubbles swing time step. All right, here is the break. It starts with a 3-count riff, leaping onto the right. Let's do that again. You're going to leap 3-count riff. Clap. Right hand hits the leg, left hand hits the leg. Right hand comes forward and hits. And we're going to do a left foot, a step with the left, scuff with the right. Ball change up, releve, and you're going to do that little toe-toe, heel-heel, toe-toe turn, which is such a standard. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Very good. Let's put the whole thing together with counts. And 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5, 6 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. End it here. Riff. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. All right. There. Now we got some counts and we can put this fella together. Here we go. Now let's go ahead and start off with some flaps to take us into the step just like John W. Bubbles. I hope you enjoyed the steps of John W. Bubbles, especially his swing time step, and of course that wonderful little break. Now, for part 2, we're going to get a little more intricate with the steps, but we're going to need that swing time step to get into them. So keep that under your hat or in your shoes or wherever you keep your steps at. Just keep them there. And God bless you. You deserve it. I hope you're enjoying the steps, and keep dancing. See you next time, part 2, John W. Bubble Steps. God bless you. Bye bye.